Well, 5 at 5 tonight on Compass, a man who in his bodybuilding career has been PEI's bodybuilding champion, an Atlantic Canadian bodybuilding champion. Tom LeClaire took about 15 years away from this sport, stayed in shape, and this year has made a comeback, and this hardware here shows that your comeback has gone well. We'll talk about that in a second. First of all, welcome to 5 at 5.
Thank you, Bruce.
So you're away from this sport for, a decade and a half, and something inside you says, I'm 49, and I want to make a comeback and show the kids what it's all about. What was that inside you that made you say, I'm coming back?
Well, I always kept training over the years, and I just got into the competitive part of it 15 years ago. Just wasn't something I wanted to do anymore. Had other things in life that I had to focus on, family, for instance. So this year I got in a little bit better shape over the last few years, and this year I decided, well, back in June, July, that I might give it another shot. Seeing as I'm 49 years old, it's probably going to be the last shot, but I decided that maybe, I still had what it took to do it, and started on the diet, and things just came together.
As we talk here, we're going to show some pictures of you in competition, and these are recent, aren't they?
Yeah, these are within the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. You say diet, Tom, and a lot of people have an idea of what a diet's like. I think we all try to diet at some point, but this is like capital D diet for you, isn't it?
Yeah, the first part of the diet, the first 3 or 4 months, is just like a lifestyle change. Basically, you will just cut down on milk products, basically cut them out if you can, processed foods, get rid of those, and try to stick with things like chicken and fish, a lot of salads, vegetables that are not starchy, and that's about it. I mean, it's a pretty bland diet. It's not anything that the average person could probably stay on too long, but it does work over time. And then after the first few months, you start to cut down even on the vegetables and go down to what they call a chemo diet, which is very, very low on carbohydrates and tends to make you lose fat at an accelerated rate. So you tend to get more and more defined over the last few months, but it's pretty difficult to do.
Yeah. Tremendous discipline, right?
Yes, it's very, very hard to do.
Right. Here you are at 49. I want to talk about the trophy. What brought you back was a competition that was all natural, and that appealed to you in many ways, correct?
Yeah, it was a competition that was held in Montreal on April 3rd. It was the Canadian National Physique Natural Competition, and in that competition it was supposed to be drug tested, and basically well, the athletes were expected to be drug-free type thing. So it was I thought maybe I have a better chance in that type of competition than in one that wasn't tested, since I'm old and I am a natural bodybuilder. So.
And you finished second.
I finished second in my class. The class that I was in was the classic division, which goes not by weight so much as height. It's a certain height and a certain weight, and yeah, and I was quite happy with that placing, because it was a very tough competition. It was a national competition, and there was people from everywhere in Canada in that competition.
All right, and so you're in shape, so you decide, why not the Atlantic Classic, which is in Moncton a couple of weeks back, and you finished second there too.
Yeah, and the Atlantics was a little bit more difficult. I ended up in the welterweight class, which is a 165-pound class and under. It was a tough division. I came second in that division. I was also in the over 40, which I think there was 12 competitors. A lot of them were heavyweights, so I didn't do quite as well in that one. I came fourth in that division. A lot of people thought I should have placed higher, but that's the way things go. The guy that won the over 40 competition also won the heavyweight division and the overall competition, so it was very tough in that class.
All right, so you're back now. You're going to keep rolling with this a bit, or?
Well, right now, I'm talking it over with my wife. It's very tough for everyone in the family. Like, they have to put up with, kind of the way that you get when you get on these diets. It's you tend to be a little more irritable and stuff, and it kind of takes the fun out of your life. You can't go out and eat a lot, things like that. My wife says there's no way I'm going to do anything soon, so I'm probably going to wait till next year and then talk to her. So. Thanks, Jenny, by the way.
Yeah, well, listen, congrats on the comeback. We'll leave it there. Wife should have the last word, I think.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming into Compass.
Okay, well, thank you very much for having me, Bruce. Appreciate it.
Tom LeClair, our guest today, one of PEI's best ever bodybuilders here on 5 at 5.